Obviously, she was pretending, but today, her heart speaks the truth. Welcome back to the Velvet Story, where emotions meet storytelling. In chapter 15 of Pretend, Geet races through hospital corridors, but what she finds changes everything. A silent ICU room. A breath held. A daughter's first cry for a mother, who may never hear her again. This isn't just a story, it's a heartbreak wrapped in hope. Stay with us till the end. You will feel it. Prima, I'm not saying to accept her. But can we at least not speak about her past? Moreover, what do you even know about it? Mammy, at least don't be blind in your happiness. She was already a married woman and had a son. What if something she doesn't want to disclose comes to light? I don't want my son paying for her deeds. Maan decided everything. He knows what is good or bad for him. After all, he's a business tycoon who handles so many successful projects. Marriage is not as big a deal as completing a business deal. Yes, it is, Maan murmurs, and it doesn't go unnoticed by Dadi. Mom, Dadi Ma is right. I know what is right for you. Mom, please stop making me feel like I'm a kid. You're my son, and I have that right. Yes, you do, Mom. But look what you did. What did I do? First, you said such hurtful things to Abhi. He's so small, he doesn't understand any of this. And now you've hurt her when she clearly asked not to talk about her past. You are seeing faults in me, but not in her? What did she do, Prima? Or should I say, what did you imagine she did? I don't like her. She's not good for Maan. Maan is mature enough to decide what's good for him. Prima, I didn't expect this from you. I don't want you saying anything to her, Amar Singh Khurana said. Oh, so now that girl has already snatched my family. You know what, Prima? You are so blind in your own thoughts. She didn't snatch anything, but you are pushing everything away with your own hands. Mom, tell me, if she really is good and something bad happened to her, would you ever forgive yourself? Annie asked. Annie, Maan is your brother. How could you say that? He is my brother, that's why I said it. He's not poor or helpless. But she mumbled, and Dave tried to suppress his laugh as Maan glared at them. Look, today is their reception, so don't bring up any topic that can ruin the function. Am I clear? Prima left in a half. Scene shift. Geet dropped Abhinav to school and then headed to the Rathore office. Hours passed as she immersed herself in work, but her phone started ringing. She saw his number flashing on the screen. She ignored it and put the phone on vibration, but it kept buzzing. She wanted to switch it off, but that would let him know she was avoiding him. At last, she picked up the call. Hello, wifey, don't you have any work? Oh wifey, I was getting scared. Why weren't you picking up my calls? Because I'm not as free as you, Mr. Khurana. And please, don't disturb me. Geet, why are you angry with me? I didn't say anything. Everything I'm facing today is because of you, and you're asking why I'm angry? Wow, just great. Ignore all of them, he tried to cheer her up. Easy for you to say. And please stop calling me. I know there's a function tonight. I'll be there on time. She cut the call. Yes, he had called to tease and cheer her up, but also because Dadi Ma had nagged him to inform her. He thought it was a good excuse. But Mom is very smart. Beauty with brains, Maan thought with a small smile. Later that evening, Geet informed Rosie to stay with Abhi and not let him go to the reception. She didn't want him to be hurt again in the same way. Abhi, I have some work. I'll be back soon, so stay here, okay? Mama, you work a lot, he said, stretching his arms. Abhi, you are a good boy, so don't ask too many questions, she replied, and his face fell. Abhi wants to play with Mama, he said quietly. Abhi, Granny is in the hospital. Mama has to work, na? You go, Mama. Abhi is a good boy, he said with an understanding smile, and Geet felt a wave of guilt. Eat your food on time, okay? Okay, Mama, he nodded. Mama, he called again. Yes, Abhi, Mama, Abhi loves you. Good night, she smiled a bit and walked away before she could hear his reply. Scene shift, party hall. Geet arrived wearing a beautiful, heavy royal blue sari with accessories Dadi Ma had given her. She had already informed Man, and Annie was waiting. You look gorgeous, Bhabhi. Thank you. You always talk in monosyllables, Annie commented. Annie, Geet is new to our family. She needs time to blend in, Man replied. Oh, I thought she didn't like us. That's why she doesn't talk, Annie teased. Rolling his eyes, Man said, Thank you, Annie. Now you can go. Man walked to her, and they headed to the stage together. Everyone wished them and gave gifts. Man, come join us. Yaar, come, Geet. I'm sorry. You guys carry on. Look, Man, Bhabhi is so understanding. Come now. Yeah, I know. My wife is very understanding. That's why I chose her, Man grinned. Man danced and enjoyed their reception. He asked her to join, but she declined. She stood there, watching everyone dance. Man laughed and danced with some girls and boys, probably his friends, but somewhere in that moment, Geet saw a glimpse of a future she feared. See him, Geet? He's like that. A flirt. Don't let him affect you, she thought, lost in her mind. Man saw her expression change from sadness to blankness. She was an enigma he still couldn't figure out. Man is like that, Geet. He won't change in the future. A girl's voice pulled her out of her thoughts. She turned. It was Samira. I also don't want him to change, Samira, she replied quietly. That's called true love, Annie said with a smirk. Yeah, I can see how much they love each other, Samira sneered. It's good, Annie replied plainly. Just then, Geet's phone vibrated. Her heart turned cold seeing Mira's number. What happened, Mira? Can you rush to the hospital? Mira, is everything alright? She asked, her voice shaky. She had been feeling restless since morning, but had ignored it. After receiving that call, dread gripped her heart. Please, Mira, tell me. Geet, please come soon, Mira said, and cut the call. Geet ran through the crowd, searching for Dadi Ma. Dadi Ma, I have some important work. Can I leave the function? Dadi noticed the distress in her tone. Yes, you can. Thank you, she whispered and hurried out. Scene shift, on the way. Rocky, drive to Sanjeevani. Mom, is everything okay? I don't know, Geet's voice trembled. Don't worry, Mom. Everything will be fine. Geet called Rosie. Rosie auntie, I'm not coming to Khurana mansion tonight. Please stay with Abhi. What happened, Geet mom? Rosie auntie. Geet broke down. Anupama mamma. She sobbed. Geet mom, please don't cry. Let me know if you need me. I'll let you know. She reached the hospital and started running toward the room. Flashback. Congratulations, Geet. Thank you, Mom. I knew you were a gem, but I didn't realize you were so talented. She blushed. Mom, I'm only doing what you taught me. But I still want to say, you're a great student. Thank you, Mom. But it's all because of you. You're a great mentor. Please don't give me that much credit. This project is completed perfectly. I was even about to ask for an extension, but you surprised me. So don't hand over the credit to me either. I know you didn't sleep at night to finish it. Mom, as I've said before, I just did what I was taught. It's my duty. I know you're a wonderful girl, Geet. I'll wait for you at the party. Sure, Mom. Flashback ends. Meera, how is she? Geet asked, her chest heaving as she reached the third floor, breathless from running. I'm so sorry, Geet. Meera said softly, and in that instant, her entire world shattered. Meera, Geet stammered. She couldn't even say her name properly. Her heart was thumping wildly in her chest. Geet, she hasn't responded to any of the medication since last night. Why didn't you tell me? Geet asked, tears welling in her eyes. Geet, you were already going through so much. I didn't want to add more pain. You were being forced to. That was my problem, Meera. You should have told me. Geet yelled, her voice full of anguish. Geet, Shashank sir, she interrupted as he arrived. We did our best, but we had to put her on life support, he said. What happened, Shashank sir? She was fine yesterday morning. Geet's voice was heavy with disbelief. She stopped responding to the medication we administered intravenously. Then, suddenly, she slipped into a coma. I don't think she'll recover from this. If we remove the life support. Please, Shashank sir, don't say that. Please don't take her off life support. Please, Geet pleaded, her voice cracking. Geet, you shouldn't have to beg. If you believe she'll recover, we're with you every step of the way. Tears streamed down her face. Shashank sir, Mama has never left me before, she said, calling her Mama for the first time in front of them. Without waiting, Geet walked away to meet Anupama Ma. Sir, why did you tell her directly that she may never recover from this coma? Meera asked, upset. Doctor, Meera, are you questioning me? You were the one hiding things from her so she wouldn't hurt, and now you want me to sugarcoat it? Sir, is there any hope she'll come out of this coma? I've never seen a case like this, but miracles do happen. Dad, why are we so helpless? Meera broke down, her voice cracking. She looked at Shashank, not just as her senior, but her father and her mentor. Because life isn't in our hands. We are only the medium to try, he said gently. Scene shift. Flashback start. Geet was dancing with Pinky and Adi, her closest friends and colleagues. The trio was infamous for their pranks and teasing, but unmatched in their dedication and work ethic. Anupama stood nearby, watching Geet with admiration in her eyes. She had always seen Geet as someone truly special, loving, caring, helpful, and beautiful inside and out. Her dream was to make Geet her daughter-in-law. And maybe, that dream was about to come true. I never knew you were not just the best at work, but also such a good dancer. Mom, you're here. Geet blushed. You are a good dancer, Geet. You are making me embarrassed, Mom. Oh, no, you really are very good, Geet. Thanks, Mom. Geet, can I talk to you? You don't need to ask permission. I'll be right back, she told her friends, then followed Anupama to a quieter spot. Mom, will you become my daughter-in-law? It was so direct, it stunned Geet. What? She gasped. This is my son's photo. I'm just showing you this. If you already like someone else, I have no issue. I've always dreamed of having you as my daughter. Maybe this dream could come true, if you say yes. Anupama looked a bit embarrassed now. Mom, if I say no, will I stop being your daughter? No, Geet, not at all. God didn't give me a daughter, but He gave me you. And I want you to stay with me forever. If you say yes, you'll be my daughter, and we'll stay together always. Can I have a little time to think, Mom? Yes, beta. But from now on, call me Mama. Not Mom. Flashback ends. Please, Mama, don't do this to me. Geet cried hysterically. Mama, I called you Mama once because I was pretending to have a relationship with Meet, for your sake. But today, I'm calling you Mama because I want to. Please wake up for me. Don't leave me alone in this cruel world, Mama. She broke down at her bedside. Her heart was racing. Her tears wouldn't stop. She thought of every moment, the love, the help, the praises, the adoration. Anupama Ma's support came flooding back to her. She was crying uncontrollably now. Please, Mama, please. She sobbed, her voice trembling. You wanted me to call you Mama instead of Mom, and now I'm calling you. Please come back to me. A mother never rejects her child. Mama, don't ignore me. Mama, I never had a family. But you gave me the love of a family. Please don't snatch that from me. Don't take away my family. Mama, she wept harder. Meera was watching from the door, tears silently falling from her eyes. I'm so sorry, Geet. I'm such a useless friend, she whispered. She called her Mama, not out of duty, but out of love. At this moment, Geet wasn't pretending anymore. The tears were real. The bond was real. The pain, undeniable. Will a miracle happen? Or will fate remain cruel? If this chapter moved your heart even a little, like, comment with #ComebackMama. Hit the bell icon and subscribe to the Velvet Story for the next chapter of this emotional journey. Until next time, stay Velvet, stay emotional. Stay with the Velvet story.